at all. Woo! They are lying. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna have like a little story time, I guess you can say. It's gonna be another like sit chit chat video with you guys. So if you're interested in my story time, just keep on watching. It's a super highly requested video. I have a lot of DMs asking me to discuss my pregnancy experience, my labor and delivery. What? My labor and delivery story. And just how the mom life is after. So I guess we can start off by discussing how I found out I was pregnant. I will try to keep this video short, but it's a lot to go over, so it might be a little long, so get your snacks if you need some, you know. It's a lot to go over. So how I found out I was pregnant, I was at work. Me and my boyfriend have been discussing, had been discussing on starting a family for a while. And we knew that we were both ready. I mean, baby fever was like up. We wanted a baby. But to our surprise, I was already pregnant. So I was at work and I was throwing up in my desk. So I was feeling super sick. I didn't know what was going on with me. I was throwing up all day. I couldn't keep any food down. And my coworker was like, "What's going on with you? Like, why are you throwing up so much?" And I just figured that it was like a stomach flu, because it was the time where a lot of people were kind of sick with the flu, and just, you know, there was a little virus going around or whatnot. So I kind of blamed it on that, like, oh, it's just, you know, the stomach flu that's going around. And she was like, no, I have the feeling that you're pregnant. And I was like, no, I'm not pregnant. No, I'm not pregnant. And then she was like, yeah, I think you're pregnant. And I'm like, no, you know what, I'm gonna come in tomorrow. I'm gonna be better, you just watch. So the next day comes around, and I'm still sick, and I'm still throwing up in my trash can. Couldn't eat for lunch. And during my lunch, me and one of my best friends, we went to Walgreens because we worked together at that time. Went to Walgreens, I bought a test, and so I was in my work restroom, you know, I peed on the little stick and whatnot, and waited a couple minutes, and then to my surprise, it was positive. So I like quickly ran to my cubicle, and I was like, you're right. So yeah, I was pregnant. And I quickly like snapped a picture of it and sent it to my boyfriend, and his response was, "Are you serious, or did you draw the lines?" I'm like, no, I didn't draw a plus sign on the stick. It's real. And both of our emotions were kind of like anxious. We were excited because we were talking about starting a family. Little did we know we spoke it into existence. So I mean, at the same time, just being a new parent or just thinking of starting a family, we were both a little nervous. So we were nervous, anxious, happy, excited, scared, just all kinds of emotions at once. And if you've ever been pregnant before, you know how it feels to look at that stick and see that it's a positive sign. At that point, I right away just wanted work to be over with so I can go and tell my mom, because you know, those Mexican moms, my mom has been pressuring me, or had been pressuring me, to have kids. She wanted grandkids so bad every day. When are you gonna give me a grandkid? When are you gonna give... I don't know why I did that, but okay. Grandkid. And at that time I was like, no, not yet, mom. So I kind of knew that she'd be happy, but at the same time I was still a little nervous. I should say. So right after work, I quickly went to her job, and I did wrap the stick around a little happy birthday sign that I found at work. She was like, "Hi, mija," like, "What's up?" And I just dropped the stick in front of her. She just grabbed it and wrapped it, and it fell out. And she's like, "What?" And she looked at her, she's like, "Oh my god, mija." She grabbed me, she spun me around. I was like, okay. Like, it made me feel really good that my mom was extremely supportive and happy and excited for me. So I was really happy that she was happy. I mean, she was begging me for grandkids. So it was 6 weeks and I think 5 days. Yeah, 6 weeks, 5 days when I first found out I was pregnant. My first trimester was hell. I had so much morning sickness, so much nausea, and it wasn't even morning sickness because I threw up morning time, afternoon, at work, at night. It was so embarrassing working and just throwing up at my desk, and I felt like people around me were like, oh, like, why is she throwing up? And my second trimester, that's when I found out I was having a boy. So it was really exciting. Deep in my gut, I thought I was having a girl. I dreamt twice that once I gave labor, the doctor said it's a girl. And so it was funny to me that once I popped the balloon at my gender reveal, the confetti was blue. So my little one is the only baby boy in the family. And yeah, everyone was really excited. If you haven't seen my gender reveal video, it's on my channel. It actually went viral everywhere. It has like 2 million views on my Twitter, which I think is hilarious. It went viral due to my aunt being so excited and full of emotion that when she clapped, she missed her clap. 2, 1! So that's the funny part. But of course my boyfriend was team boy. I mean, what guy is not team boy? Most men are team boy when they're having a baby. And my second trimester, I started to get more of a belly. A lot of people would tell me, oh, you're really big for so and so months, and other people would tell me that I had a tiny belly. My cravings were not crazy. I did not crave anything weird. Usually pregnant women, I guess they have weird cravings. My cravings were salads, Subway. I was obsessed with Subway. I wanted to go to Subway every day for lunch. I think my friend Val was so tired of eating Subway, but I love Subway. I like salads. I was so into detox waters, like with lemon and lime and fruit in them. So I guess it's a plus that I craved healthy foods, because during my whole pregnancy I only gained 22 pounds. My third trimester is when things started to get a little heavy on me. So pregnancy symptoms were at its highest. My feet were swollen. I tried to fit into a pair of sandals one time and my feet wouldn't even go in. At that point I was like, okay, I'm tired of being pregnant. I couldn't sleep. Thank the Lord that I had a pregnancy pillow. And if you're expecting, if you're wanting to have a baby, or if you already have a baby and you don't, you know, if you want some more comfort, I do recommend a pregnancy pillow. Mine was like a U, so it went around twice, and it was just easier to hug it. It would go between my legs, around my, I mean, between my arms, and yeah, it made it a little easier to sleep. But it was still really hard to sleep. I was heavier, baby was bigger. His movements kept me up. At times when I was fast asleep, one kick into my rib would just kind of make me lose my air. I was supposed to be due on June 7th, and I had my son May 18th. I was going through a lot of stress. I figured maybe the stress got to me, which led me to go into labor earlier. I also was walking a lot, so maybe all the walking that I was doing, all the hot showers that I would take, maybe helped me go into labor earlier. I'm not too sure. My mom was in surgery the same day I gave birth, so I obviously wanted my mom in the room with me, my mom and my boyfriend, but that wasn't the case. So she went into surgery on May 18th, and that same day, right after she left, I started to get contractions. And if you're expecting and you're pregnant and you're a little worried about giving birth or your labor, and people are telling you that contractions are not, you know, they're not scary at all, woo! They are lying. Contractions are horrible. Let me fix my pillow. Okay. Contractions are horrible. Probably the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life. I started getting contractions around 3 in the morning, or 3 in the morning, 4, 5 in the morning, then 6 in the morning. I just woke up. I was like, you know what, I can't even sleep. At that point they were 30 minutes apart. I tried to eat a bowl of cereal. I couldn't even eat. I was rocking myself, and if you've been pregnant before and you know what contractions feel like, I'm not sure what method you guys use to like calm yourself down with contractions, but what I did was just rock myself. Like, I was holding on to the walls of my home, my counters, and I was just rocking myself. At that point, it was around 9 a.m. and they were about 3 minutes apart and then 2 minutes apart. And I started to freak out because I figured that they weren't Braxton Hicks. I knew that at that point they were contractions. And I was like, shit, like, is this really happening right now? Like, I wasn't mentally prepared. We figured we had 3 more weeks. I got ready. And between getting ready, I was like doing my makeup, and then I would stop, rock myself. Okay, I got 2 minutes. Do my makeup, stop, rock myself, because that pain is agonizing. That pain is horrific. Like, I was in so much pain. And so my aunt's like, hey, I'm outside. I go outside, I sit down in her truck, and I'm just like, take me to the hospital. So she's like talking to me, having a conversation. I'm just like rocking myself, holding on to her dashboard, like, just stop talking. I was 1 centimeter dilated. The lady's like, you know what, it might be just Braxton Hicks because you're only 1 centimeter dilated. And they monitored my stomach, but those were not fake contractions. The way the monitor was going, they were real contractions. She made me give her a pee sample, and she also checked my blood pressure, and I guess my blood pressure was really high and it was on the verge of preeclampsia. She did let me know that it looks like I would have preeclampsia. I think that's when she confirmed you have preeclampsia. So I did have preeclampsia during labor, and if you don't know what preeclampsia is, it's just having super high blood pressure to the point where you can have a seizure. So right away she told me that I was going to be induced. Once she let me know I was going to be induced, my heart dropped and I started to cry because I wanted my water to break naturally. I heard that being induced is painful, and I was just scared. I was just really scared, and it hurt me more that my mom wasn't with me because she was in surgery at that time. We were in the same hospital, by the way, and we were on different floors, so she was 2 floors above me. So right after she let me know that I was going to be induced, she said, okay, I'm gonna go call your doctor. So she ran out the room, and I think maybe just me being so frightened and just the stress I was feeling, boom, my water burst. So my water broke in the hospital, and when the nurse came back, I just right away let her know, you know what, my water broke. And she's like, oh, perfect, we don't have to induce you, so let's go get you a room. And that was around 3 p.m. 1 centimeter dilated. So they get me a room, and I'm in there, and the pain was just excruciating. I was holding on to the bed, and I was like shaking the damn hospital bed. I was about to break that shit. And I give you props if you have had a natural birth, because I did not. I right away said, inject me, like give me that epidural, because I cannot handle this pain. And so anesthesiologist comes in, I get the epidural, and which relaxes me a little bit. And actually when you get an epidural, it helps you dilate faster and whatever. I was a little worried because I heard that when you get an epidural, you kind of go numb and you can't feel your legs, you can't move your legs. Oh honey, I could move my legs. I was feeling everything. It kind of just wore off. So I was telling the nurse, like, hey, I can feel my legs, like look at me, like I'm moving my legs, like I can feel everything. And she's like, okay, you can feel me checking you? Like, yeah, I can feel it and it hurts. So at that point, she was a little like, like why are you feeling this, like you just had the epidural not that long ago. This whole time, like it was a lot stressful being on that hospital bed, just because doctors were coming in and out due to my preeclampsia. So they were checking my heart rate. I guess it was super high. My blood pressure was really high, or my pressure was really high. Doctors kept asking, like, is your vision blurry? Does your head hurt? Do you have a pain on the top of your abdomen? I'm like, no, I feel fine. I was on IV due to my preeclampsia. I was on magnesium. And if you don't know what magnesium does to your body, I have it here for you. It basically helps maintain normal nerve and muscle function. It supports a healthy immune system, and it keeps the heartbeat steady. And it helps the bones remain strong. So that's what it was helping me, I guess. Yeah, so they were monitoring me. They were really worried about me, I guess. And I mean, I felt fine, but I was worried due to the fact that the epidural was like wearing off on me. And so my nurse called the anesthesiologist again, and he went and gave me more dosage. As time passed by, I was still feeling everything. So I just feel like maybe epidural works for some people, but it didn't work for me. It's 10-20, and they checked my dilation, and I'm 10 centimeters dilated. So my labor lasted 7 hours, and it just went by so freaking fast. My family, because the doctors didn't know, they predicted that I was going to have my son in the morning, like maybe 5 in the morning on the 19th, May 19th. And no, they checked my dilation. They're like, okay, you're 10 centimeters, which is not what we expected, so you're having this baby tonight. Like, oh my god, this is gonna be so painful because this epidural does not work. And the doctor let me know, like, maybe it's a good thing that it doesn't work as much, because then you can feel the pressure and it'll help you push. I was like, yeah, whatever, let's get it. And so they didn't let me push. And I don't know if if any of you have ever had a baby and the doctors say, you can't push yet, you gotta wait for your doctor. No, your body says otherwise. My body was like, push, Jackie, you need to push. And I was telling my tia, like, I need to push, like, I can't wait for this damn doctor, I need to push. And she's like, no, you have to wait. And I started pushing. And then with the other doctor, because I had two in there with me, was like, wait, no, you can't push. You want to practice pushing? And I was like, yeah, sure, I just need to push, So he's like, okay, this is practice. I pushed, and I guess the baby crowned, so they saw the baby's head. And he's like, okay, yeah, no, this is not practice. And they called my doctor in, and he came in as fast as he could. I was a little pissed because he came in like a polo t-shirt, all like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, doctor, stop talking, I need a push. Holding on to my boyfriend's hand, I was probably tearing his skin apart as I was tearing my tia's skin apart.
12 seconds later.
And after 3 pushes, I had my baby. And he was 5 pounds. 5 pounds 3 ounces, so he was a little tiny thing. He was premature and 18.5 inches long, and right now he's about almost 10 pounds 22 inches long, and it's just crazy how fast they grow. Yeah, I feel like I had a very smooth and easy pregnancy and easy labor and easy delivery. I first found out I was pregnant, to holding my baby in my arms was such a beautiful and amazing experience. And if you're thinking about having a baby, just know, don't listen to the scary stories. Everybody's different, everybody's going to have their own experience, so don't knock yourself out, and don't scare yourself if you are pregnant and you're scared for your labor and delivery, because everybody is different. So I have a couple of questions that I've been DM'd about, so just because they're more specific, I'm going to get to these before I end my video. So one was your labor scary for you since it was your first one, and what were your thoughts? Labor wasn't scary at the moment. I think before my water broke, I was just so frightened. Obviously, we think of pain, like, oh my god, it's gonna hurt. What if this, what if that? Just any advice, don't freak out, just relax and really enjoy it, because it goes so fast. The pain is temporary, and at the end of the day, you're going to have your little baby in your arms, so it's all worth it. And once you had your baby in your chest, what was the first feeling or thought that came into your head? Once they laid my baby on my chest, it was just a bunch of emotions. I started to cry, and he put his little hand on my lip. I have a picture posted on my Instagram, but once I laid him down, he like stretched his arm and put his little hand on my mouth. And I don't know, it's just a beautiful feeling. Like, I created this little person, I created life. I'm going to do life with this little person every day. I'm going to raise him and teach him all the right things in the world. And it's just a really beautiful feeling. So I was extremely happy, I was excited, and I was really relieved because I knew, okay, labor's over. I have another question here of how was it being a first-time mommy. It has some difficult times, like not sleeping, not being able to shower in peace, not being able to go to the restroom in peace. I'm really happy that God blessed me with my baby, and I don't know what life would be like without him anymore. You have the right support and you have a good backbone, then everything is gonna be okay. I mean, it's something that nobody can prepare you for, it's just kind of like a day-by-day type of thing. Yeah, I love being a mom, and it's a beautiful experience. It's amazing, and I love waking up to my little one every day. I love cuddling at night with him, and I love shopping for him. It's just a great experience, and I wouldn't change it for the world. It's stressful sometimes, but the good days outbeat the bad days. But that was my story. If you guys have any other questions for me, I will gladly answer your questions if you leave them down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and also click that little bell notification so you are notified when I post videos on here. I think I did go through everything. If I missed anything, just let me know, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. My hair is crap. Deliberately oh my god. He's so pissed at me because I don't let him sleep.
No. All the days and the nights I would try for you. Anything